Alright guys, welcome back. What we have here is somebody's new pride and joy, yet to be purchased. What I've got here is a bike that looks and performs great. It wasn't that case in the beginning. So let's take it back and we'll take you through what we've done to get it to this point. So what we have here is a medium-sized Avanti Black Thunder. And by all accounts, it is an extremely entry-level mountain bike. However, very popular options for kids up here on the coast to just ride to and from school. There's quite a few videos back now, but we did flip the Fluid Nitro, which spec-wise is pretty much on par with this bike. And it sold for $200 quite easily. Now, being that Avanti is a bit better, well-known and respected name in the bike game, I would say that this here, once cleaned up, is gonna sell around that $200 range quite easily as well. So the story behind this bike is the owners actually originally purchased it here on the Sunshine Coast. They've since moved to North Brizzy, and you can see here that they've put quite a few kilometers on the bike. They've taken it into their local bike store to get the rear tire changed, get it serviced, get a few other little bits and pieces replaced. And they said that the quote that they got was like, it was astronomically high, to the point where the bike store actually upsold them to a new bike rather than fixing this bike, which is surprising because the bike itself isn't in that bad of condition. But yeah, I don't know, some salesmen are quite good, I guess. So yeah, they opted for the upsell, got themselves a new bike and got rid of this one cheap. So great for me because it's quite an easy flip. I don't have too much money invested in it and I should get some pretty good money out of it. So I'm just putting this new rear tire back on now. Always double check the rotation of the rear wheel. The front tire is easy enough sometimes on rim brake bikes, where if it's the wrong rotation you can just spin the wheel around. Disc brake bikes, you have to get it on the right way. But yeah, if you put a tire on the wrong way, put it on the bike and then realize that it's wrong, it is just, yeah, it's a bit of a downer. So this bike was optioned with every single reflector that they had in the store at the time, I believe, because they were everywhere. There was one on the seat post, one on the handlebars, two on the seat stays, and then the reflectors that are on the pedals as well. The bell itself had a broken lever, so it was no good. So I've gone over the bike and just basically removed everything that's colourful to just give it a nice sort of stealthy black look. Now the seat here has quite a big tear in it. I have this seat laying around, so yeah, I think this bike deserves a half decent seat. So to take it off, I opted to take the seat post out of the bike to do it, because that bolt was just done up so tight that it was just easier to do on the bench for a little bit of extra leverage rather than trying to do it in the stand. But yeah, quite quick flip. The seat itself, I don't know what it's worth. It was free to me, but yeah, still worth money, I guess. Quite comfortable, so a worthy upgrade. Now, as a lot of bikes go, I don't know what it is, but the grips just don't hold onto the handlebars. I mean, I've never had any of my bikes have the grips lose grip the way that these do, but it seems like every bike that I get, the grips just aren't gripping. So yeah, I took these ones off. They're actually not in bad condition, but I have another bike that I'm trying to do up basically for free, or as close to free as possible. So I didn't want to go putting $10 grips on a bike that I'll probably only get like $30 or $40 for. So I opted to put the good grips on this bike, and I'll put these grips on the other bike. I got rid of the kickstand, the crusty hardware that was holding it on. And then I also just removed this derailleur cage. It doesn't really serve any purpose. Like if you're going to crash your bike hard enough that you're going to need a derailleur cage, it's probably going to hit the derailleur anyway. Now here I'm just soaking the chain in WD-40 just to free it all up before I give it a good wash. And yeah, if you watched my last video, I took on some words of wisdom. I got myself some fine steel wool and gave it a crack on these forks. Now these forks are in a lot better condition than the last ones were. However, yeah, made a massive difference, and it was just as easy as a sandpaper, but left a lot less scratches in the metal. So yeah, pretty happy with the outcome there. Now it's just a matter of removing a few of the warning stickers that were still left on the bike. And you see here, the paint is actually in like not great shape. I thought when I got this bike that it was just dirt and it would clean off quite well, but it's tiny little scratches all over the paint. I don't know what it was, whether it's from an animal scratching it or they just attacked it with a whippersnipper, but yeah, it was not in a great way. So I used this little attachment again on the drill, and it didn't bring it up perfect, but it did make a massive difference. And just for a little touch, the cage and rack mounts, I just removed them, gave them a quick sand, and then just sprayed them with some gloss black paint just to tidy it up a little bit more. And that's a wrap on another one. So it has come up really good. As you would have seen, the down tube had quite a lot of scratches. The small investment that I've made for this drill attachment has paid for itself 10 times over already. The few bikes that I've used it on has made a dramatic difference to what I would have been able to do with just a bit of polish on a cloth. I'd already given this a crack when I first got the bike to see how hard it was to get those scratches off, and just by hand, they didn't budge. So to have that little attachment take it off so easily, yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that. The way the bike has come up, it looks great now. So it did look like it had just been purchased straight off the shelf, still had all the reflectors on it, all the safety stickers. Yeah, it looked like it had just been purchased, sort of run into the ground. Now we've brought it back to life with some new grips, an updated seat, a new rear tire, just given it all a good clean, removed all the reflectors, and with the all black look, it has, yeah, it's turned out to look like a really cool sort of entry-level mountain bike. I think whoever gets this bike is gonna be like absolutely stoked with it. So I'm probably gonna list it for around like 220 bucks, expecting to get around the $200 mark for it. I know that's probably on the cheap side. However, I do like these bikes to sell quite quickly. It just saves me from having just a bunch of bikes sitting around. So including this bike here, I have 4 bikes that are here cleaned up and ready to be sold. And another one that I'm about to start on. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I have the CRX, which I'm about to bring in and start redoing the cables. So that is a bike from an older video. But yeah, I've finally got all the parts here. They've actually been sitting here for a while. I just had the bike sitting at the back of my stack of bikes, and yeah, I'm finally at that point where it's one of the last ones to do out of all the bikes that I have laying around. But this bike is ready to go. Once the weather clears up, hopefully I'll be able to take it out, get some nice photos of it. We'll see how we go. Well, it has been a minute since this has been in the stand. So when we did the urban commuter video, if you remember back, or if you haven't seen it, basically what happened was I was trying to adjust the front and rear derailleur, and both of the cable housings split. So I had to order new cable housings and cables. They came, but this bike was just sitting behind a bunch of other bikes out of the way, and yeah, it was sort of out of sight, so it was out of mind. I'll quickly go through and tidy up these cables. I didn't really make a start on this bike. I was expecting there not to be too much to do. It still needs a really good clean and polish, but it's going to be a matter of quickly rerouting these cables and yeah, giving it a really good clean, getting some nice photos of it and getting it listed. I'm not going to do a full video on it. I wasn't even really going to include it in a video, but I just thought I would give an update because I haven't actually updated the sale price of this bike. Yeah, there's a reason, because it hasn't sold. So I'll grab a couple of quick clips of me rerouting the cables. We'll get it listed, I'll post up the photos, and yeah, hopefully it sells just as quick as the other ones did. So I think I mentioned it in the video that I did this bike, but I'm replacing all the cables. So the brakes still work fine, but I want all the cable housings to match. So I'm gonna go through, replace the brake and the shifter cables. Just keep in mind that these kits that you get, they come with different ends on each end of the cable to suit what shifters you have. So just make sure that you double check before you go cutting off the wrong end. That took a little bit longer than expected. I got all the new cables run. I was still having shifting issues. So it turns out that both the shifters, left and right, were quite gunked up. So I had to take the covers back off them and give them a good spray, then just free up some of the little moving components in there. But since then, it now works perfect. Keen to get this one out for a ride, as it's one of the last ones that's actually in my size that I have. So I'm unsure of what we're actually gonna flip in the next video. I do have a few bikes left, but they're all sort of like bitzer. In any case, none of them are actually my size. So next video, we'll take this out for a spin. There's a couple more things that I still need to do to this bike, just a couple of minor adjustments and a quick polish, lube the chain and give it a good wipe down. So I've given it a good clean and it's come up great, but there is still some hard to get to parts where I'll get in and give them a good clean before I take the photos of it. I think we'll do quite well out of this bike. It seems to ride really well, and now that it's had its clean, it actually come up looking quite nice. So yeah, I think this one will be a quite easy sell as well. But for now, I'm gonna head out on a ride and we'll leave it there. So hopefully you enjoyed that video of this quick bike flip. And yeah, if you want to follow along for more content like this, I post them normally once a week. So I'd appreciate a subscribe, a like, and till the next one.